Chef King. I'm Andy Erickson. This is not another shooting show. We go to Norfolk, Virginia, where a man sustained non-life-threatening injuries in Norfolk on Tuesday when he accidentally shot himself in the leg. Norfolk police arrived at the 7600 block of Gloucester Avenue around 3:40 a.m. for the report of a gunshot victim. When officers arrived at the scene, they found a 21-year-old man suffering from a gunshot wound to the leg, later determined to be accidental and self-inflicted. There's not a lot of detail in this story because there was not a lot to pick from this week because it was one of those weeks where it's like all the sad stuff. People,
shoot yourself. Come on.
Yeah.
Less die part, but more shooty stuff.
Clean more guns. Clean more guns. No, don't clean more guns. Anyway, we have a guest this week who is from my area, from my town, basically. His name is Spencer Miller. Welcome to the show, Spencer.
Hello. Resident A-class shooter in the house.
Sandbagger.
Now. Sandbagger? What do you mean?
You're just a scrub. It's okay.
Well, let's see how much you won the match by today.
It wasn't that much today.
It wasn't that much?
No, it was like 5%.
Well, he was telling me about how bad he was. Oh man, I totally bombed the stage. He still had the third best score overall in the whole match.
I had a foot fault.
Yeah, a foot fault. It destroyed him with his 3 Charlies. Oh, you had a foot fault and a delta.
Yeah, hurt a little bit.
Yeah, you beat everybody by 5%. A class.
I guess you just got a lot of paper M's.
Yeah,
whatever. Aaron and I are holding down A class, so
yeah,
we got it locked down. So
you're the most non-A class shooters that there has ever been.
They are the most A-class shooters because there's moments of brilliance interspersed with fucking shit shows.
Yeah.
I will say there's some M-class shooters at our club that I don't think I have not lost to once this year. So I probably should be up there too.
I think I've beat.
But,
oh yeah,
no, you definitely beat me.
Yeah,
you beat me at the Thursday match. To be fair, I won 2 stages by 8%. Got second by 0.5% on another stage, and then bombed the 32 round stage.
Yeah, Hose Fest.
Yeah.
It's funny that you lost the match on the Hose Fest.
Which is, I usually can do pretty good at those, but...
And it was also the stage where you found my double. The story I told about the double a few weeks ago, this is the guy who found the double.
Use those young eyes to find
much younger eyes than mine. I would have called it Alpha Mike and walked away. And if you had called it Alpha Mike, I wasn't going to sit there and look at it. You know, it was pretty good. So... You're clearly, as we look at your background, you've got your dry fire sticks. You've got some deer there. Are those all whitetails, or is that? Do I see one muley?
All whitetails and a mouflon. There.
The hell's a mouflon?
Oh, what is that?
It's a European sheep.
Did you shoot it in Europe?
No, in Texas, where you can have any animal you can dream of, oryx, whatever you can find.
Okay.
Oryx is like the best bang for your buck if you're gonna go shoot something down there. Like it's like 380 pound, like 400 pound animal. You shoot it for like $1,500.
Okay.
Lots of meat.
What else have you shot? What was the other thing? That's not a mule deer skull?
No, those are all whitetail.
No, the one on the table.
This one?
No, the other one.
That's a whitetail. I just don't have a stand for it. It's sitting.
Okay.
It's sitting on an AR upper vice block right now to prop it up. So it's sitting like halfway backwards.
It looked muley-ish.
Yeah, it's because it's leaning back super far. You can't see the brow tines.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha. Okay. So, you started shooting USPSA after being a Timmy. How did you find it?
Well, I watched T-Rex Arms videos like most people. And shot my very first match. So I bought a Glock 19 in 2024 and got a membership to your club in May of 2024. Started shooting pistols, and which turned into shooting your night match in October, which is the worst match to start on. 1, because it's at night, and 2, because there's no other matches until March the next year.
Yeah.
So I shot a single match in 2024 and went, these are great. I want to shoot more of these. Pulled up practice score and went, shit, there's no matches.
How did that first match go for you? Because did I meet you at that first one?
I don't think so. I met Dustin and I met like a couple other people that I know very well now. I remember Dustin's Prodigy not working is what I remember. So
he was an early adopter.
I met Steve Lawson, helped me out a lot that match. And I'm actually the two first people I met was Aaron and Tristan.
Really?
So like two really good first people to meet and like teach you. They would like teach me how to help set up the stage and stuff because I was so lost of like people were building stages. I have no idea what's going on.
Aaron Schnorr?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And now we get Airbnbs and Venmo each other money back and forth in our own like small economy on Venmo that never gets taken out of it. So
it's amazing how short a period of time you can go before you're like, hey, do you want to share a hotel room?
Yeah.
Like
you want to get drunk in a hotel room with guns and dry fire with me?
Yeah. All right. More with Spencer in a little bit. We have other things to get to here. There was a Nationals, Jeff.
Oh, yay.
It was in Ohio.
Oh, God.
And it had the automatic Turner stage, and it looked like the most frustrating thing ever. Did you see video of that?
I haven't seen the video of that one yet.
Oh. Did you see it, Spencer?
I didn't see that one. I've been seeing the table start stage a lot. That's it.
Oh, funny. Because I haven't seen this table start at all, and I just keep seeing every video of anybody who posted the one with the automatic turners.
No, I saw that one in like the prone moving stage, which got thrown out apparently.
Oh, really?
That's what Zach told me because people weren't starting in the same start position or something like that. So, yeah,
funny.
Which is hilarious for Nationals.
Prone movement stage.
They had that same. I feel like they had that same apparatus where it's like this moving block where it shoot under something. Wasn't that at Nats last year?
It was like a shaky bridge. That
that's what I'm talking
had
about.
To go prone on.
Yeah, it looked like that. I could be talking on it. Zach told me. He could have been fibbing to me. I have no idea, but
yeah.
What else
can't trust Zach?
What other gossip did Zach have?
He just told me that Tom Castro talks a lot. That's about it.
Shocking. Shocked, I tell you.
Wasn't surprised.
Okay, so we have winners, Jeff?
Apparently. So, for limited optics, Mr. Jacob Hetherington took the #1 slot. Let's see. Joseph Weichel was #2, 1% behind.
Oh, he got close.
Mason Lane was third with 97%. So it was a very tight run. Adam Graham took 6 with 92%.
Well, he's shooting a shadow. Oh, wait. No, he's got an Elo gun now. I forgot. He's got a 2011.
I know. If he would have stuck with his shadow 2.
He should have stuck with shadow 2, yeah.
Maybe
and shot it from appendix.
Right. Maybe he could have been somebody. Our boy Carson shot it as fast as the top guys. 12 mics, 1 no shoot, 1 procedural. Probably don't help. But
I heard from somebody he did have a. Sorry, Carson. I don't mean to like shit on your funeral or anything, but had an FTSA like first stage of the match.
Ooh, that's rough to start.
Yeah.
But in his defense, he beat Tom Castro by 0.02%.
Well,
so,
that.
I mean, of things to accomplish in life. And he did. Jesus. Let's see. We've got open. Christian Seiler takes home another one. John Vlieger was only 0.48 behind him, taking second. And then Mike Wang, there's an H in there, and I don't think I'm supposed to pronounce it. Took out third. Aaron Edens was fourth. I don't know very many of the open shooters. PCC, Max Legrandis, that did Max Legrandis things. Kyle Litzy, and then Duncan Klein were the top 3 for that one. Limited, I guess, still exists. They had 32 shooters. Austin Hull, I don't think I've heard of him.
Oh, Nils shot that.
Yep. So Austin Hull won limited. Scott Brown took second, and Nils took third.
That was really close between those 3.
Yeah.
Within 2%.
Yeah, and then Elias and Shane Coley are 10% behind. But
did you see the video where God, how do I blank it? JJ like rolled his ankle on a stage.
I don't know.
And ended up like limping the rest of the stage. I don't know if it actually affected him for the rest of the match, but I've never had that happen where I actually got an injury and then had to try to fight through it. Have you, Jeff?
Yeah, at your match.
Well,
on the 100, I fucking ate. It was the one where it was like a long run and there was the middle.
Oh,
like,
the T
branch out, and when you would shoot the stuff, you went like to the out of the shooting area and you came back around the wall, and my foot went bloop. That's why I started wearing the cleats.
Oh, you have said that before. Okay, I didn't know you actually got injured though.
I limped my way through the rest of it and cussed a lot.
But like rolled your ankle pretty good sprain.
Yeah, it wasn't sprained. I've rolled my ankle so many times that.
The kind where it hurts for a couple hours and then it's fine.
20 minutes and it's like, all right, fuck it, we're back at it. But like in the moment, you're like, fuck.
Yeah,
and then
sometimes it's like, I broke my ankle. Oh my God. And then a half hour later, you're fine.
Yep.
But I've also done it where I rolled it and like the end of the fibula hits the floor and like you can't walk for a couple of weeks.
I had that. Well, I didn't have the not be able to walk thing. Again, I've rolled mine so many times that it hurts for a second and then you're fuck it, we're going. The only other injuries I've got, Great Plains, Cornhusker. I don't remember what it was at the time, but it was one where where I started the conflict with Timmy, where we had to shoot under two different walls, and one of the first stage, I was trying to get low enough, and I put my hand down and just stabbed either a shell casing or a rock into my hand, and Scott Arnberg came and had a conversation with me because I was being a little loud. So
I had that talk with Scott once too. It was after I threw a mag. Oh, I'll save my throwing story for later. I threw something today.
What about our guest? Have you injured yourself?
Oh yeah, sorry,
or
Spencer.
thrown,
I'm sorry, I forgot you were there.
Fairly recently, yeah. North Dakota State, I fell. This is my first time falling at a match. But,
well, how did you fall?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I tend to overdrive every position, and so it's kind of a hard lane that I just overdrove. There was 3 targets, and I was like, I can shoot 6 times before I hit the ground. Just full sacrifice your body. I got 5 off before I hit the ground, and then I had to stand back up and run it. I mic'd like twice, though, just shooting well. Yeah. And then it was all grass, but it must have been shell casings. I felt like I got like 3 cuts on my leg, like blood running down my leg.
Good man.
So, yeah, no, it was great.
That's the number one thing. Anyone who has not fallen during a match, your safety stops mattering. The gun becomes the focus.
Yeah, it's about the gun and getting the last 6 rounds on target, apparently.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you're still shooting, clearly it's about the gun.
I was shooting like perpendicular to the ground. It's with one foot in the shooting area.
What was the first thing to hit the ground? Was it like your shoulder?
Well, I crossed like one leg over and kind of tried to catch myself, but I didn't. So like my right leg, it was grass, but I just fell on brass casings that cut my leg open. So,
but like you fell like all the way to the ground, like you're.
Oh yeah, I was all the way on the ground. Yeah.
Okay, so like you're still shooting right before like your shoulder hits the ground or your back or your whatever.
Not quite that low, but pretty much, yeah.
Because then you might be shooting over the frickin' burn. Well, do they have burn in North Dakota?
North Dakota, there's like a fucking mountain behind that bay. Yeah. So, and it's like a rifle bay, so it's like a 100-yard bay anyway, with just a giant hill behind it. So
in western Nebraska, you can't shoot over the berm because there's no berm. It's just
there's no berm. No, it's just sand hills.
1,000-yard range. They're like, the 9mm not even getting to the end of this. But my first fall was at a steel challenge match.
Yep. Congratulations. You're the only guy to do that.
Well done. You are the third person in the history of Steel Challenge to fall down at a Steel Challenge match.
Yes, it's the one where there's the 2 boxes where you got to go, and I just...
Well, I would hope so.
Right. I pushed off with this foot, and it went whoop, and I was like, I'm falling. And I hit the ground, and, we don't tell anyone how to fall at their first match, and this was like... my first or second year because I was still shooting with Thomas, and I like laid there for a second. I'm like, no one said anything. Okay, and get back up and finish the stage.
It's funny you say that because that actually I never know what to say at like the pre-match little get together. It's usually just to make sure everybody knows where they're going, and then we're this squad, you're starting there, and then is anybody totally new? Okay, and then we have a get together with those guys. But actually telling people how to fall with the gun is probably not a bad idea to do that. Like, if you find yourself starting to fall, you really need to sacrifice your body and keep the gun pointed in the safest possible direction.
Finger way up on the side of the freaking gun, and no one tells you to do it till you do it, and then you're like, oh fuck. Spencer, have you ever crashed out in a match?
No, it's not really in my nature. I'm pretty.
You gotta do it.
Just
whatever. You throw a mag, throw a tantrum, scream at an RO. Like
I've never thrown anything. No.
You're
not
fairly
really.
chill though. I don't.
Yeah, I don't
the most
get
mad
amped
I've
up.
ever seen you. You're just kind of that went bad.
Me.
Yeah, it's very tongue in cheek. It's like a Beastie Boys kind of mad.
Well, the match today that Spencer and I shot at Sioux Falls Practical Shooters, I had fun. I did not throw a mag, Jeff. I threw a round. I threw my unload round.
That's okay.
Because I made big dumb.
Oh, did you know?
Oh, big dumb. Like
I shot with you when you walked by 2 different targets at a major.
No, this is bigger dumb than that. Like, I yelled shit, and then I yelled fuck, and then I threw my round over the berm, and then I laughed because it was that dumb. I was not angry. I mean, I was a little frustrated, but it was so funny. So we're shooting on the move, the classifier. What is it, 0603 or something like that? And I shoot it from right to left. He goes, pretty good. It wasn't super fast. I shot like a pussy in the middle. And then I go to shoot it left to right. And I had been ROing when Joe shot extra shots. That's a Virginia count stage. So I know this. I'm shooting it from right to left, and I got my feet a little crossed up, and I needed to lean harder to shoot the last target. So I'm basically like having to fall out of the shooting area, and I went ba ba ba. And the first 2 were alpha, and the third one was a delta that I did not need. And I realized I just had an extra shot and an extra hit, and that's when I yelled fuck and then shit, and then I laughed, and then I threw my round over the berm.
Oh, that one's not as bad as walking by 2 different targets at a major.
Really? That feels dumber to me. It's less catastrophic.
Yeah, well,
it cost me about 4% in the match.
Yeah, well,
today, but
that's a spur of the moment, like oh fuck, and versus like not finding a target or not following your plan at a major feels bigger to me. But that's me. I don't know.
I mean, yes, it's a bigger deal. I don't think it's more dumb. Like on the clock brain fart. I mean, they're all kind of equal, I guess, in terms of on the clock brain fart. But there was a target today I would have walked by had I not seen someone else shoot it in the squad before us. I probably would have seen it also because I was not going first. But if I had been first, I would have totally. It was on the 3rd stage, Spencer, where you went to the box on the right, and there's paper to steal. The other paper never computed that it was there.
I would not have thought it was that target. I would have thought it was one of through the port in the second shooting area or something. But
nope. It's always one that's not that terribly hard to find for me.
I save all of my FTSAs. I save for major matches. So it's the only time I have FTSAs is at majors. So
can you? I forgot to mention Spencer is one of the members of Team Glock. You guys have a scoring system on your shirts with pasters. Could you explain the scoring system you have with pasters?
Yeah, so every brown paster is a mic that would have covered up the hole in the target if there was one there. So it goes on your shirt instead.
Oh, that's where that came from. Okay.
Yeah, so it goes on your shirt instead of on the target because there's not another hole in the target.
Sure.
And if you shoot a no shoot, you get the white paster on your shirt, and if you have a procedural, you get a black paster. So I'm trying to make this a bigger thing because it's really fun to look at your buddy and be like, nice match, dude. Like, imagine looking at Andy at Rushmore with 31 brown pasters on his shirt. Dude, don't put that through the dryer with pasters on it. They're going to get stuck to it.
10 black pasters for all the procedurals.
Yeah. He'd be looking like a decorated North Korean general, just with all his.
It was 13 procedurals, Jeff. Thank you very much.
But we're gonna keep doing it.
I would have known what happened before. And then at the end of the match, you just post a picture, and someone can be like, "The fuck happened to you?"
Oh, I got 3 different messages from people who were not there and said, "What happened? Did your gun break?" It was the same message 3 times from 3 different people. It was like, that's what happened. Or I got. I mean, I'm turning 50 in 6 months. Clearly, I'm in the decline, so I haven't declined that quickly, that fast. But it's also frustrating with young fuckers like you, Spencer, where it's like, oh, shit. And you'll probably get bored of this sport way before you hit my age. So, or
Probably.
maybe not.
Maybe not. We'll see.
Anyway,
I think if I keep it to 4 majors a year, I won't get too
don't go
out.
crazy because
it'll burn you out.
It's not good for you. I highly recommend going to. I've never gone to another area match, but either another area match, not your own, or a nationals is still it's pretty. I mean, everybody bitches about nationals aren't a big deal. It was different than any other match I've ever shot. So, save that for one of your majors or whatever. But so I started off with a stage that went pretty good, but it was first stage of the day, and I think that was a stage you shot way faster than me. Let me get back to that because it was. This is great pod where I'm looking up information that I should have already had ready to go.
See, when we're not doing video, you can just cut that out, and it's just a little
we were gonna have the coolest video presentation tonight. I've been messing with some different stuff, and I was gonna play talking about the DQ topic we have later on. I was gonna play Dustin's DQ from Cornhusker, where I actually overturned it. Todd called it, and after we discussed it, we overturned it. And just because Dustin actually still had the video, I'm like, ooh, I could play it on the show. And I was messing around with stuff yesterday. And I thought I had it all dialed in. Everything's ready to go. And then I'm trying to get it going with Jeff. And all of a sudden, what used to be me is now a bunch of extra versions of Jeff. And I'm like, okay, we're not ready for prime time. Fuck it. We go back to Discord.
The world can't handle that many Jeffs.
No. Anyway, that tangent was to buy me time to get to this, where I can look at Spencer's score on stage 4. And, oh, damn. You shot that in 10 seconds. I shot it in 12. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was quick. It was 1076. I misread it. And then classifier, you shit the bed.
No, I didn't. I won that stage.
Oh, you did.
I got
you shot an M-class score. Oh,
I shot 93.
I thought that was you would have shot a 93 last week, and I thought you boned it this week.
No, I would have shot a 99.98 last week.
Oh, that's my bad. Okay.
Yeah, I would have shot GM last week, which it's the most unfair classifier ever, and it's my favorite one. I love it. It's made for tall people.
Yeah. Jeff, you should have all GM runs on that thing.
You should,
all you have to do is take a step and shoot all 4 targets.
You take a step in the middle, you can just shoot everything.
And it's 2 strings going left to right and then right to left.
Yeah, that one is as the person who it's most advantageous to, they need to get rid of that one. That one is I've seen it set up where the walls are falling out.
Yeah.
Of their there was someone had sent us a video, and
that was a different classifier, but it was the same sort of thing.
Yeah, and the walls were, I think that one they were bowing in,
yeah.
And so he was step black,
and didn't even have to go to the bar.
Yeah, and it was this is how can you make it? Oh, and so yeah, that one needs to be removed, even though it would benefit me.
Yeah, so you won that stage, and then you went to stage 1. That was the only one where I was kind of close to you.
Stage 1 was also my best stage, though. It's my last one, too. So
that was my best stage. You shot 1 Charlie, I shot 3, and you were a second and a quarter quicker than me. That was a tough stage for a lefty, because you had to start on the left side and then move to your left, shoot 3 targets, and then you had to go through a tight little U-shaped hallway to a port and shoot 3 targets. And all of the targets were either dead ahead or to the left through the port. and I'm left-handed. So after I got done, going backwards was a biatch. And so it was so awkward going back through there. Plus, I also did not want to tear my shoulder open on the T-post that was on the wall there, because that club has to use a lot of T-posts. If there's anything where you're running by, all of their like wall stands have like this big piece of angled steel because they have 2x4s for the legs. All their legs are 2x4s. It kind of sucks, but they're locked into a system and they can't really.
Yeah, it's the institutional, like, once we've committed to this, we can't change.
Yeah. And I mean, they could, but then they'd have to like, I mean, it could be like backup stuff, but then they'd have to maintain a set of backup walls. Actually, they could put 2x2 walls in those things. That would work. It would still
probably could
if they needed them. Anyway, so, and then finish at the end. The thing that was fun for me on that stage was, as like my squad was talking about it, it was I think it was a 23 round stage. Does that sound right? I think it
23
was.
with the steel. Yeah. Mini popper.
So I have a 24 round mag. And so I was going for it. Other guys on my squad had to reload because they only had 22, or if they were afraid to not reload before the steel at the end. And I was like, ooh. I always love it when there's a stage like that because there's only one popper. You know, if there was like 5 poppers, I probably would have just planned to reload in the middle. But there's only one popper. It's towards the end. If I have a miss, then it's just like I'm going to aim my ass off at this last shot and ding. And it was kind of fun. And I shot it with, I don't think I had a makeup. Did I have a makeup? I might have had one makeup because I only had one round left. But Mike was ROing me, and I said, here, you want this? I didn't have to reload. He's like, I only have 22 in my gun. Oh, do you want this one then? So you can have 23? No, anyway. It's sort of a nice luxury to have that 24 round mag and be able to have 25 in your gun. But it's hard to achieve sometimes because I have another mag that's supposed to be 25 or 24 and it doesn't work. Like, it won't cycle the first round if I put 24 in it. So, anyway. And then, let's see, what the next stage was a tough lean. You said you thought of me on that stage because the lean looked rough for a lefty, and it actually wasn't that bad. It was all the way at it was the very last target you shot, and there's a big barrel stack right in front of you, and then the shot is clear across the bay, probably 18 to 20 yards away. It wasn't not close. And yeah, there was that, and I don't know.
Sounds like a normal local.
I threw a very lucky edge hit delta on that last target because I leaned way too hard and just threw like alpha on the perf delta on that target.
All right. Okay. I see rifles in the background. I want to ask you about your rifles because you're a rifle nerd. Like, you shoot a lot of pistol matches, but you're more rifle guy than pistol guy.
No, I'm more pistol guy still.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, definitely. I don't shoot near as much rifle. I shoot more than like the rest of the Team Glock guys combined in rifle, but I have a whole like PCSL rifle built and everything. So
what makes a PCSL rifle a PCSL rifle?
Big ass comp. That's pretty much it. A giant comp on the front of it instead of a can.
Does it make fireballs?
Oh yeah. At daytime, broad daylight, doesn't matter. It's the most annoying thing on the range. Like full TBI. Yeah, but it's great. I love it.
And the G3.
Both the G3 also has a muzzle brake on it.
That is a G3. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, and the 30 rounder in it, which was worth every penny. $180 mag, worth every penny, just so I could shoot rifle matches with it. Because 20 rounds is awful.
Because HK hates you.
Yeah, for sure.
A 30 round mag is $180.
For the actual HK91 production mags, it is. They have like these shitty M14 mags that are welded to like the top of a G3 mag, and they're awful. They're like $80. I didn't buy that. I just went all in, and it's worth every penny.
Well, welcome to anything HK.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Not a fan. Okay. Well, where was? Oh, it was at Rushmore. We went out for dinner and drinks after the staff match, I believe it was, and we're hanging out at Patty O'Neill's. And Spencer told me a story that I would like for him to recount for everyone because it's awesome. It's not even a shooting story. It's just
What
Go
is
ahead.
it? Just about my dad posting the helicopter post?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what it said, honestly. I just remember that part of it in particular, but
Oh, it wasn't a story. It was a Facebook post. Shit.
it was a Facebook post my dad
Oh,
had
fuck.
about something about my mom loves the helicopter, and you can do with that information whatever you think that means. But yeah, that's all I can really recount.
Okay. Well, that was it done. I
Boo
do
this
remember
man. Boo this man.
the next day though, during the main match, there was a helicopter that flew over, and I immediately thought of Spencer and his dad and his mother as the helicopter was flying overhead. So, okay. We have to do the patreon.com/not another shooting show. It's only $3.57 a month. You will get all of the second episode every single week. Remember, it's only $3.57 a month plus sales tax in your region. Also, make sure you do that on the website. Don't do it on like an app especially if you're on Apple devices, because they'll charge you extra money because Apple. I have one red 407 comp left as of this recording. If you want it, it's a sweet deal. NotAnotherShootingShow.com. I also have a couple of 507 comps in stock. That is also a very, 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 very good deal. NotAnotherShootingShow.com. Not Another Shooting Show on YouTube. This is our second, or actually third video episode. Go subscribe and do the like thing on YouTube. r/NASS on Reddit. MW Activewear. The finest jerseys you can get for your matches. Go find Michelle on Instagram, and the show notes of this podcast have a link to her there as well. Minnesota section's coming up August 29th and 30th at Forest Lake. Wisconsin Belt PCSL Championship, September 26th and 27th. And the Brian Dawson Only Shoot Open benefit match, Memorial Day weekend 2027 in Michigan. That goes on sale in December. Okay. So, NFA go away. If it went away, would you buy a machine gun, Spencer?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Which one?
H&K, probably. G3, HK91, somehow.
You're
Transferable
going to
trigger
buy
group.
the dumbest machine gun possible.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, probably MP5 would be the way
Yeah,
to go.
that's
That would
it,
be
that-
the way.
If you're
I
going to go
want one.
HK, that's probably the first one
The
to get.
MP5 is the number
Yeah.
one. Like,
But it's
I-
kind of... I shot a full auto HK or MP5 this summer. The Silencer Central guys were out at the range when we were setting up for section. And they're like, hey, you want to shoot some full auto? Yeah. And the MP5 was probably... I mean, it was awesome and kind of boring all at the same time. It was awesome because of the novelty of the experience. I'd never done it before, and it's a fucking MP5, and I got to do the HK slap, and it was, suppressed and awesome. But I did one 3-round burst, and it went burp, and then I switched it to full auto, and it went burp, and it was over.
yep.
Like 30 rounds goes in a hurry. It is so almost pointless.
So imagine that, but in 308 instead.
No.
Climbing like a homesick angel as it's going.
It's
Yeah,
not as bad as you think. It's really not as bad as you put a giant VG6 gamma comp on the end of it. It is violently flat, and it also will give you traumatic brain injury, but
Just
it's
knocks out
worth
all
every
your
penny.
fillings, cleans out your sinuses.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Aaron to let me shoot it at the Halloween night match at 2 a.m. I don't think that's gonna happen. So
Wait. Oh, God. Do you have an FRT in there?
I don't. I spent way too much money on the Timney trigger in it already. I'm not gonna switch it out for an FRT.
I don't think I would buy a full auto. Like, I don't even want an FRT. I just don't care.
Yeah.
It's not a thing I want. I mean, they're neat. If somebody offers me to shoot it, like, yeah, I'll shoot it. I mean, I get the
as long as
fun. I
as long
understand
as
the
it's someone
fun.
else's ammo. That's
That too, yeah.
the question came up because someone put an Ask Reddit, and they're like, "Oh, with all the NFA stuff going on, if the NFA goes away, would you buy a machine gun?" There wasn't a single person that said they'd buy a machine gun. They're like, "I'll get suppressors, I'll have short barrel rifles, and da da da." Not everyone was like, in this economy, like, the fuck am I paying for that?" And every machine gun owner I've talked to is like, they're fun for like one range trip. And then it just becomes, oh,
And you're
fuck.
like,
I
wow,
went
that's
through-
a lot of money I have sitting there right now.
Yep. And then they're like, every time I bring a friend out, they blow my ammo. Mm-hmm. And so they're like, They don't get brought out very often. They don't get shot very much. You end up with a $18,000, $20,000 gun sitting in your gun safe that you're like, okay, cool. That's fine. Like, I would buy one. It would be an MP5 or a P90 or something in 9mm, but I would never take it to the range with anyone where I was the one providing the ammo, because I took a friend just with a pistol, and she was just like jamming mags, blah 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 blah, jam mag, blah blah blah. And finally, I'm like, nope. Like,
that's when you pull out the California 10-rounders.
Yeah, well, there was a dude. I can't remember if he was talking about FRTs or something, but he straight up, he goes, "Yep, I have 10-round and 20-round AR mags, so that when I take people to the range, put that in there, and they're not blowing, they're blowing $5 instead of $15."
I do that just with my son with the AR. I have a 10-round mag pull or PMag. Like, that's the mag I give him, because otherwise it's like he goes through all my rifle ammo in no time.
Yeah, when you're not paying for it, it's really easy.
Yeah. In the last couple of years, luckily I picked up a bunch of my dad's hand-loaded 223. His is all perfect, of course. He single-staged all of it, and I've got probably a couple thousand rounds. And so now I just hand him that stuff, and he goes to town because I'm out. I have none otherwise. But so, yeah, no, I don't think I would buy one of those at all. So DQs were kind of in the news this week.
Yeah, they were.
By the way, Spencer, have you DQ'd in your year and a half of shooting?
No, I should have once, but I didn't.
What did you do when you should have?
Well, I was shooting the Glock 24 at the Adam Grimm match, where he was here in Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
At the Sioux Falls practical shooting match. And I had what I assumed was a squib, because the slide literally didn't move when I pulled the trigger. And Steven, thank you, Steven, handed me a squib rod. So, guns back in the holster. After the stage, I FTSA'd like 4 targets, because I was like, nope, I'm done. Not pulling the trigger on this thing again. I had a squib rod in one hand. I had a loaded mag in the other hand. And I walk over to the safe table. And so, left hand is mag, squib rod. I set the squib rod on the table, pull out my gun, put the gun on the table, and then all of a sudden, the mag in my left hand turns into lava. And it's just like quick reaction. Like I should have just act calm and just like tossed it off to the side and did the most obvious thing possible and just chucked it at the berm behind me, and then looked around and nobody was looking, and it was the safe table right by Bay 1 where everybody should be able to see it. And I'm like, nope, nobody saw that. Okay.
Or you could have just gone.
Nope, I threw it. It hit the berm behind the safe table at Bay 1 in Brandon. There's the berm behind it. It hit that berm. I literally chucked it because it was like touching a hot stove. Like, as soon as I realized I had a loaded mag in my hand, I just out of my hand as quick as possible.
So was it? So you did have a squib?
No, I didn't. There's even a hole in the target, which surprised me. I watched I have it on video. The slide didn't even move. And someone still put a hole in the target.
But it just didn't cycle?
It was obvious. It's done that twice. By the way, don't buy Fiocchi 40 cal ammo. Don't do it. I had 2 of those in 200 rounds where I was like, nope, not shooting this gun. I need to check the barrel because it was probably a squib. So.
You had, when we were shooting the 10mm night match, Jeff, you had Federal, right? Ammo for your 10mm?
I had Federal, and then I had SMB, because the Federal worked.
Oh, I thought it was the Federal that didn't work.
No, it was. I think it was the SMB.
No, it was that or Fiocchi. Because I had
the Fiocchi didn't work.
Oh, that's right. I had Federal. That's what it was.
Yeah,
because the velocity was already soft, and I knew Federal pistol ammo is always way under what's on the box. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the Federal, and you got the Fiocchi, and it wasn't working.
Nope.
That's right. I heard Matt told me today he got a Glock 20 from he used his certificate from that he won, and then paid the upgrade for a Glock 20, and he's been messing with the 10mm, and he bought some Fiocchi ammo because it has so he'd have some ammo to shoot, and then he'd have brass left over to reload. And he gets done reloading, and he's like, son of a bitch. Or he gets done shooting it and realizes it's all small pistol primer. It's not large pistol primer. And I did not know 10 millimeter came in small pistol primer. I thought it was only 45. But according to him, what he heard from a guy at Shields was that it's a California thing. There's no lead-free large pistol primers, I guess.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's true. I'm just repeating something that was repeated to somebody that repeated it.
All the FUD lore.
Yeah. All kinds of fud.
But back to the
the topic. Sorry, that was a big tangent. I was actually looking back at the rundown going, what the fuck were we talking about?
Yeah.
DQ.
Well,
Okay.
Right. Well, and I have it called weird. So the video that we're referring to, the guy's running from right to left, and he like pushes off really aggressively, and then someone yells stop, and he was like, what? And even the RO is questioning it because it wasn't the tablet person or the RO calling the DQ. And the problem with it, then, like, there's a whole conversation to be had around this video and how it took place.
On a number of different aspects. Like, my beef with the call is it sounds like whoever called it, and allegedly we know who it is, but I don't know for a fact, so I'm not going to say that, but was called basically from 90 degrees behind the shooter.
Right.
You know, like directly behind. And at that angle, it is really hard to know, is the muzzle breaking 180 or not?
Well, and they weren't the match staff, they weren't blah, blah. So the person who posted this was Mr. Guns and Gear, or at least that's where I saw it, because Facebook for some reason shows me his shit sometimes, and I'm like, no, go away. And again, there's a bunch of valid critiques to this situation. And he ends his like bitching about USPSA because apparently he got DQ'd, but I can't find the video, by being like, and this is why women shouldn't be in charge of things or something. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, how did that, what the fuck? Like, that it was a woman has nothing to do with any of the conversation that is happening. But it was just this really weird way to shoehorn an issue into a controversy. So I was perplexed by that because, yeah, one of the things that I was taught in my class is if you're not sure,
you don't call it.
You don't call it. Yeah. And when in the video, when they start talking about it, you can hear her say, I think, and you're like, oh, the second you said the word I think,
that means you don't know.
You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's reversed. Get a reshoot. And one thing that I appreciate in the ROs that I've dealt with lately is that if
I found a spotted cow in my fridge and I need a bottle opener. And the only thing I have that's even close to a bottle opener
armorer's wrench
is an armorer's wrench.
Fucking figure it out, bud, don't you?
You just use the bolt of a PTR 91. That's what I do.
Oh, I'm shocked.
You have a bolt from a PTR 91?
No, you shove it in the bolt.
Have you not seen the guy
of the injection?
Oh, yeah. The bottle opener guy. Yeah.
It works. I've tried.
So now we're just going to watch Andy fail at opening a bottle.
Well, I've done it before, but it's slipping.
When everyone's watching
there we go.
Performance anxiety.
There you go.
So, the conversation around the DQing needs to be that you may call the DQ, and you might be wrong, and that's okay, because all you have to do is give a reshoot. There's no ego to it. Like sometimes you see that where like, oh no, I know, and in the split second, I have definitely like made eye contact with other experienced shooters. Like, do we just see what we think we saw? Mm-hmm. Like, okay. And so don't be afraid to make the call, and then don't be afraid to reverse the call, because both can be correct. Is like, I think we mentioned it last week. I called stop on a guy because it was our buddy Josh. He literally turned around, like gun pointed at me and Steven, and we went whoop and jumped off to either side and both yelled stop at the same time. That's a valid time for someone from the Peanuts gallery to call stop. I've also witnessed a match director or an RM or someone who has authority but isn't the stage RO call it. And even the RO's like, really? What? Like, are you sure? And never feel bad because Andy, you had one of these, right?
Yeah.
Where?
Well,
like, tell the gang.
Just last. Oh, you mean where I goofed up?
No, where a DQ was called.
Oh yeah, last summer at Cornhusker. Which I was going to play the video of because Dustin actually had all the video all the way to the end of me and Todd discussing it, and you can actually hear us talking about it. And as soon as Dustin's shooting his revolver, and he's having all kinds of issues with the gun actually going off. It's just not going off. And so he's going click, 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 and he starts to lower the gun, and he pulled the trigger one more time. Bang, gun goes off. And Todd yells, and Dustin was just sort of giving up, like, well, my gun's not working. And so he lowers the gun, pulls the trigger one more time. It sets off the primer. It discharges. And Todd says, stop. And unload, show clear. And he doesn't even, like, tell him he's DQ'd or anything. Todd immediately turned to me and walked over and said, did you think that was a DQ? Or something along those lines. And we just had a very brief discussion. I'm like, I don't think so, because it was still generally pointed at the target. The bullet landed over by the target stand. Right. It wasn't. There's rock count number 3.
The rock pile.
The rock pile. And so Todd just goes, okay.
Yep.
He was totally fine with the call, and I think he just made the call, and like I didn't really ask him about it, but he had no ego about it.
Yeah.
He just made a call. In the moment, he thought he was right, but then had doubt in the moment because he immediately came over and talked to me, and I was just like, no, I don't. That's not a DQ to me. And the system worked.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And
I was also in that squad, and I was really happy with how the ROs worked that out.
And it was done pretty quickly too.
Yeah, it was done quickly, and it was like, no, because there was a hole in the target, so.
Well, not the last round he fired.
Oh, there wasn't? I thought there was a delta on the target on that one.
I think he fired one round and was trying to fire the second round for that target. And then,
I see.
And he went all the way around the cylinder, and it just wasn't, whatever was wrong with his ammo, it just wasn't going off. And then finally, finally did go off. And
I think we mentioned it before. 2 years ago, our buddy Mark was shooting with us. And on Bay 4, he went to retreat and went to reload and pointed it back. Basically, if you know ENGC, he pointed it at the safety table between Bay 4 and 3. And the ROs on that one are a couple down from Kansas City. And it was before USPSA allowed video, but we were shooting hit factor. And so video was allowed, and the RO went, oh, go check the video. Like, if I'm wrong, cool. Like, we'll get you a reshot. But like, hey, let's check the video. And we checked the video, and he was like 225. Like it was not even close. But I appreciated his like, oh, hey, I would love to be wrong. Like I don't want to send you home.
Yeah.
But you're not DQing someone. You're informing them that they have DQ'd themselves.
You're giving them the score they deserve.
Yep.
And the ruling they deserve. But it's also a heat of the moment call based on the angle you were at. And 180s are, people think they're so easy to call. Sometimes they are. Like Mark's was pretty easy to call. Others are not super easy to call. And I had that situation happen the year before, not this, in 2025. I had that big long retreat stage at Cornhusker, and as the guy's going around the last wall, his muzzle goes just past the 180, and it wasn't, it was it wasn't like just past it, but I was like clearly broke 180 going around that last wall. And I called stop, and he looks back at me like, what did I do? You know, like most people do.
Yep.
And unloaded and showed clear. And I said, you broke the 180 coming around the wall. And he's like, I don't think I did. I was like, go check the video.
Yep.
And I said, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you did. And the RM looked at the video, and he's like, no, it's proof of the DQ.
Yep.
And so you could see on the hat cam, like you couldn't see a lot of his muzzle, but you could see enough of the muzzle. It was definitely, past.
And sometimes people bitch about how much we take that rule seriously. They're like, oh, big boy rules, real life, blah, blah, blah. As of right now, as of recording, I don't believe a spectator has been shot at a USPSA match by someone who is actively running a stage.
No, just an RO that I know of.
Yeah, the gun fell out and hit him. And then there was a competitor, well, I guess that was Ipsig, but he fumbled his gun. Shot himself. But our safety rules work because nothing bad has happened. It's the not to be political, it's the classic vaccine thing. It's like, man, no one dies from this disease anymore. We don't need this anymore. You're like, no. That's why it works. Anyways, and if we stop you at 183, you were not putting anyone in danger yet because we stopped you before you got to 210.
And then it reinforces the, hey, watch your fucking muzzle for the rest of your shooting career.
We've all broken it at least once and not got it called.
What I don't like, though, is when it's like this DQ that we're talking about, where the gun is somewhere close to the 180. And another thing, too, is based on the video. It's only from that angle.
Right.
So the angle this gal was at, maybe it was more obvious. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But the type of DQ where the person calling it is directly up range of the shooter at the moment they call it, I'm not a big fan of that unless it is so far around that it's obvious.
Right.
And another type like that, say it's on a retreat stage. They're way down range. The retreat stage I had at Cornhusker last year, as soon as I hit the beep, like I'm backpedaling.
Yep.
And before they're done shooting that first array, I am already 10 yards behind them. There's no one else behind them. And there was a time where, there were targets that were really close on the 180 on that. But unless they actually tried to shoot something beyond that, there's no way it was happening. But it was the type of setup where I could see somebody going, well, it looked like no, it either was or it wasn't. It didn't look like it. It was or it wasn't. And if I'm 10 yards behind and he does go to 182, there's no one within 10 yards anyway. Let's not nitpick that one where he's the only one down at that far end of the bay.
Right.
And let's make calls we know are real, not ones where, well, it looked like, you came real close to der.
Well, and the
I
other
either did or I didn't.
Right. And that's where I think should have invalidated the entire conversation. And one problem, like you're saying, the angle, we have a tendency to watch, now that we all have hat cams and can review and blah, 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 blah. We get a Monday morning quarterback, a split-second decision, but we also only get the perspective that we're being shown. And there's a famous one of Hunter Constantine DQing in Montana, maybe, where he like goes into a position where it looks like he's the stick is the 180 and he's like coming up to it and he like reloads and goes to shoot and RO yells stop. And I think Ben and the gang are, that RO trying to notch his thing, blah, blah, blah. And then someone was like, the stick that's like off to the angle over here from this, that's the 180. This one's at like this. So when he did that, he was way past it. Yeah, it was a completely valid call, but just the way the video presented it, it looked like it wasn't a 180. And so that's where we do need to trust the people in the moment, but the people in the moment need to have humility to be, because again, I was not in that squad. I've only heard some things like I believe the match director was in the squad that yelled stop, but he wasn't one of the RO or tablet people, and he allowed it to continue. And it's like, if I've only been match director a couple times. I normally, like, my club is full of a lot of institutional knowledge. So if I walk up, hey, this guy DQ'd. Okay. If Thomas Howard, who is the range master instructor, tells me that someone DQ'd, they DQ'd. I have no doubt in my mind that is what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I somehow became higher level match staff at a major, don't trust me. And I walked up and an RO went, I think that guy, nope.
Okay, well, if you don't know.
Yeah, I'm not, if you say I think, to me, the conversation's done. And I understand it's a part of language, but when you're making rules evaluations, rules calls, you have to be, he did this, or they did this. Not, I think no, that end of the equation. You reshoot.
Right. Well, even when you punch it in, you have to give a reason now. I mean, you give a reason, and you better be damn sure of that reason. I know what sparked the whole video footage thing. I remember the Brantley Merriam clip where he kind of forgets to shoot a target on the other side of a wall, so has to come back to it while driving forward. Yeah. And that's when video review wasn't a thing. And
it was sort of the thing that pushed it over the edge.
It was the thing that pushed it over the edge. And I was pretty new to shooting matches at that time, but I was even inundated with that because I followed Brantley from the T-Rex Arm stuff. But
that was back when I was on the board. I got so many emails.
I got some culture shock from Robert today. You're shooting the classifier. He's like, oh yeah, it's even rougher with the new classifier system. I'm like, there's a new classifier system? It's I was like, oh, that was a long time ago. And as far as I know, the 6 out of 8 is the only classifier system that has ever existed. I didn't realize there was a different one until today. So.
Oh yeah, no, the only used to be
classifier system.
The best 6 out of 8, and anything that wasn't, was it within 5 or 10% of your classification?
I think it was 5%.
Yeah, anything lower than the one I shot a 59% today with my 2 procedurals. That would not have counted at all. It would have never counted against me ever.
Yep. Shit, I would be M by now if that was the case.
Zero hero.
It was a 57% that I shot today.
Yeah, and so if you fuck shit up, you'd be like, oh, that one didn't go good. Bang. I was still under the course of fire. Oh, it's a 27-second stage. That sucks.
Now, that one's not going to count, per se, because I don't have anything that bad on my record right now. But it's going to replace a GM run.
Oh.
So,
ooh, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm going to be the paperist paper M that has ever paper M'd.
Well, and then there's the other side to the classification system that it has ebbed and flowed on the quality of
the stages,
the times. Well, the quality of the stages and the qualities of the challenge. So that's why we make the joke the 2017 GMs is because in 2017 they raised all the bars.
Yeah, it was the first time they moved up the high hit factors in a long time. So it got easy to become a GM.
And before 2017, and then after 2017 it became harder some of the time.
Yeah.
And then so we're actually on the third or fourth classifier rework because they also changed the times again because
now they're doing it annually.
It's good. It's as it probably should have always been.
It was getting done annually pretty much since 2017, but it was just sort of a guess. And Jake was the one who was just sort of crunching data and I mean nothing against his effort, but he was guessing and wasn't one of these autistic statistical nerds.
Because in a sport of statistic autism, you couldn't have found one dude who's like, hey,
well, but they
fucking figure it out.
They have a committee now that is working on all that, and I mean, I don't know if I don't even really remember who all is doing it, but but they've got some actual number nerds who are doing it now. So
right, well, and you start to again have the conversation that we've probably talked about of. Is 100% need to be Christian Seiler, or does it need to be this is where high-end shooters are kind of thing? Because if it's hey, if you're not Christian Seiler, you're never going to be a GM. You're like, well, fuck me, I guess we're done. pack it up and go home, because in like martial arts, you can have a black belt who is not a world champion, who's not the best in the world, but he is.
I remember they were talking about, when I was on the board, there was a proposal to make, it was like the next level of classification was like, it was a thing above GM, but only national champions.
Yep.
Got it. Like you had to win a nationals to get it.
Yep.
So it would have really revitalized L10. Even more than putting dots on it did.
Timmy.
I mean, and if they would have done stuff with it, that it was like, oh, hey, you know, if an S is there, the S count, like, it's automatically a classifier. Like, if Nils is there, it's a classifier. Doesn't matter where GMs finish, blah, blah, blah. If Nils is there, it's a classifier or something like that. Like, okay, cool. But if it's just like a little ceremonial title, it's like, oh, okay.
So you're like 24, right, Spencer?
Yeah, I'm 24 years old.
Okay,
yeah.
24. So have you ever seen the old videos of nationals on YouTube?
Yes, that's why I don't know
Like
if you
from
remember
the 90s and 80s.
Yes, I go through it all the time because I romanticize it in my head because that's why. Okay, I sent you a couple different stages for Great Plains where it's like a bunch of different people sitting around a big table because I saw a video from like 90s IPSC where this guy's sitting at a table and there's like brown target, no shoot, brown target, no shoot, brown target, sitting around like a grand, like this big ass table. And like that would be so cool to start in a chair, like James Bond movie, and just have to like shoot these like four guys around like the perception of having a big table in front of you is important. It has to be a big table in front of you. If there's not, it doesn't count. But.
Well, because the stage description used to literally be you are describing this, like, because it used to be a scenario. Yeah. Not just two on brown, da 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 da. You were like, okay, so there you are. You're meeting with the mob. You know it's going to go bad.
You're an undercover informant
for the FBI
at a mafia meeting.
Yeah, you're Leonardo DiCaprio going down an elevator. So, you're gonna die as soon as you get to the bottom.
So you're going to shoot these four guys. Then you got to get up, go. But the other side to it,
you're Spider, and you're at the poker game, and there's five guys around the table. One of them's Joe Pesci.
I mean, to be fair, we did the poker thing at Area 3 last year, and that was fun. That was my favorite stage.
The
Wild Bill's Revenge.
Yeah,
that was that was so fun, and it actually worked fine for me. So.
That was the only stage I've ever designed where it was literally a theme in mind.
Yep.
I've never designed a stage with that sort of a theme in mind. And it was like, okay, what if he missed Wild Bill or he just wounded him?
And I got it immediately. Like I read the stage name, saw the picture of the stage in the matchbook. I was like, he missed. Like I got it right away.
Jack McCall missed.
So yeah.
And Wild Bill's chasing him out afterwards. And
yeah.
I mean, I had a grander vision in mind, but it would have been far too complicated to build. And as it turned out, the drop turners was a bad call on that stage because
it worked fine for my squad when we were there.
It did for mine too. But
I thought I fucked it up, but
I'm still so annoyed I didn't shoot both drop turners because I didn't think anybody would shoot both of them. I figured I added one static target over there because you got to shoot anyway, so I figured that would make people shoot it. But then when everybody shot both drop turners, I was like,
I put Alpha Charlie on both of them. I got really lucky though. If you watch my Hat Cam video, I like yell like fuck when I'm opening the door because I grabbed that purple door by the handle and I go to grab it and the wind grabs it back from me. And I thought I activated the drop turners. I was like, fuck, they're both going. And then I ripped the door open, but I didn't pull it far enough to activate the lead. So then when I pull it, they activate. And I went Alpha Charlie, 2 Alpha, Alpha Charlie. But I was so worried that they already went while the door was still closed.
And that's the grand conundrum of trying to do these old school IPSC, because me and Andy have shot Sherwin Area 3. And Sherwin would get cars and there was one stage where it was like 4 minivan that had been shot up or whatever that they just like left on the range.
I love that stage.
Right. And so you're like jumping in and
through the minivan.
Yeah.
It was
great.
super cool.
I'm for all of this. I don't care about competitive equity at all. Like, make it fun. I don't give a fuck.
And that becomes the conversation is,
It's not fair.
Like, I'll call it the Steven camp, where he's like, I'm here, the Steven lane, where I'm here to shoot and figure out who is the best at shooting in this sport. Or you've got the like tactard side of it. We're like, okay, so we're digging a trench in the range and we're doing a trench run. And then you're going to go to the position and you're going to fire all the last ones. And when you hit the last steel, things going to come down and blah, now you're covered in red because that was your last stand. You died. You're like, that's retarded. I would do it once. I would definitely do it once.
That's like Zombies in the Heartland, the 3-gun match. Like, it's super fun. It's not a fair match.
No.
It's ridiculous, but it's fun.
Spencer, do you watch any like the brutality stuff?
Yeah, I've seen like the Finnish brutality, like Link's brutality. So I've seen some of it.
Yeah,
the CrossFit.
This is its own whole fucking conversation. Is every fucking there's like 17 different rifle matches that sort of are the similar-ish, but not. And their like tagline is, we thought about fairness and we decided against it. And they're like, we presented a challenge. We gave penalties. If you can't complete the challenge, go. And if you want to be a competitive equity person, if you can get through the match without penalties, you win. Like that's how you win. It's not the fastest shooter. It's not the best in shape person. It's if you don't have penalties, you win. And they're kind of like, they look fun once. I go watch Finnish brutality, and the Finnish brutality I want to go do, but like it sells out in 17 seconds. Because the Finns use it as a training environment because they're all they're all conscripts, and they have this thing called the Russian border where they're like
little bit of history, little bit.
Right, they're like, I might get fucking deployed.
We have to train to fight.
So the Finnish military actually lets them use equipment. So in one of them,
fun.
they were like in a BMP armored personnel carrier, and they had to like engage a bunch of targets and then get out through the BMP and because I was talking with Ian from Forgotten Weapons, because I think it was the year I met him, and I was like, man, that would have been fun. Wait, would I have been able to do it? He goes, ooh, you might not have fit. And I was like, oh, fuck. And so, but they don't, like, the goal is not to win. The goal is to have fun. And so they do shit like, oh, you got to rappel down a fucking rope, and then you got to throw a 70-pound kettlebell fucking 50 yards and shoot these, like, one of the stages they used to do, it was one plate rack. And what you had to do is you shot one target, grounded the pistol, ran up, reset it, ran back, 1, 2, boom, ran up, reset. Oh yeah, because
that sounds terrible.
Right, but that was like the local version of it. The like national version, like the big version they started doing. They would dig out trench systems, and they would have like shooting towers and all that shit.
There was a zombie trench at Zombies one of the years I shot it. They literally dug a trench and put zombie heads in the trench outside of a school bus.
Did you guys see the Clash Bash stage where they had the trench, but they had like a torrential downpour the night, so there was like there was like 10 inches of water in the entire trench, and people had to shoot the stage.
Yes,
that's awesome. That actually kind of makes it.
It did.
That's
it
like
looked really
Prince
cool.
doing Purple Rain while it's raining at the Super Bowl.
It was like Tay Zonday doing Chocolate Rain. Yeah.
I don't know what you just said.
Jeff does.
Why am I I don't want to be the bridge between you fucking old man and the fucking child.
I'm literally like 2 years younger than his dad.
My dad's like 55 or 56.
Okay, I'm 5 or 6 years younger.
So I'm the youngest child by like 6 years. So
you were the oopsie?
No, my brother's the oopsie. The oldest is the oopsie. and he's 11 years older than me. No, I'm the star child, so...
Oh, I'm a golden child, too, at least according to my sister.
Yeah, no, my parents put like 6 years between all of us, so...
Oh, you're really spaced out. So you didn't have a brother like a year behind you or a year ahead of you?
No, I have a brother 11 years older than me and a sister 6 years older than me.
My brother's 15 months younger than me. and we fought all the time.
Well, I fought too, but my brother was he just beat the shit out of me and throw shoes at me. So
My brother's favorite game was, let's see how long it takes before Andy bounces me off a wall. And that was basically our childhood.
Your mom was just like, fucking stop running into the drywall.
I used to get in trouble all the time. This was fucking bullshit. I would get in trouble all the time because he would pick at me and just do whatever he was doing, drive me fucking crazy. And then I would bounce him off a wall. And then, man, he threw me against the wall. And finally, one day, my mom caught him doing it. And the jig was up. He no longer got away with it. Finally. It's funny you bring up the goofy props because I was offered a goofy prop for Great Plains next year. And this guy comes up to me and he said, hey, I don't know if you'd want to use it or not, but we have a plane. I'm like, tell me more. It's a Cessna. Now, it's just the cabin part, like the tail's off, the wings are off.
I'm still invested. Keep going.
And he's like, my dad was going to scrap it, and he goes, hey, I'm going to check with the match director. They might want to use that at our big match that we have in Canton. And he was telling me about it. It's just a little Cessna. And I said, like, because I've been in one once, but I couldn't remember, like, how high it is off the ground. And he's like, it's no worse than a regular pickup. And I'm like, yeah, no, like, for sure. Bring it. Like, do you need it back? He's like, nope. Dad was going to scrap it. I'm like, sounds good. And the beauty of that is then we can just, like, I don't know if we'll end up making wings to go on it, to like make it look like it's a plane, or even if it's just a little bit.
I will download a Cessna import file into Practice Sim Design and make that stage just so we can have I can pretend I'm Tom Cruise throwing a brick of I'm throwing a brick of sneeze cocaine out of it before you shoot the stage. That'd be the greatest stage of all time.
My brain went
we
to
should do
treat
a
it like
cocaine themed match.
We should. I already downloaded a washing machine file into Practice Sim. So
my brain went to treat it like a helicopter essentially, and you're sitting on the door, engage targets. Okay, well now we've landed, go. But I would shoot out of a helicopter prop. That would be fun.
It would
That'd be
depend
awesome.
on. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to look like when we get it. If it could be done like a helicopter, because they had that at Area 3 before, and they've used that for the 3-gun match too down there. But no, people like Steven and Lane, when they piss and moan about I just want to shoot. All I want to do is shoot. Well, it's practical shooting. The bones of the sport started where you were actually doing shit, not just running around. It wasn't just collect points as fast as you can.
There's times and places for it. I agree with them at nationals and areas. I believe that there should be fun matches that
I think there is a way you can do it at nationals and areas. Nothing should be Sherwin crazy.
But again, as the person who's going to be the most negatively affected by any physical challenge that is easy for the rest of the game.
How about a door? Can we have a door at an area or nationals?
No,
please.
Fuck no.
Well, we had one at Area 3. They had one at nationals.
They're DQ machines, and they are always a pain in the ass. And the average door size in the United States of America is 6'8". Guess who's fucking has a problem with that?
Get shorter.
I will kick that fucking door open. I broke the door to NGC.
You are the reason why the door at Area 3 was a pull open.
Yes, because I would have kicked the fuck out of it.
No, they should always be pull open. The pull open ones, I think, are safer, generally. Just because not only the kicking hazard, but with the gun, either way, there's a risk of you flagging yourself. But if you have to pull it open, you're reaching down for the door handle lower than your gun is. Whereas there's a tendency to push up where your gun is. And whenever there is a stage like that, I just sort of move it away. Sometimes the push, you still got to use a doorknob or whatever, but
it also becomes an RO weirdness because, and again, this is the logistics side of it. If I'm doing a fun match, I'm there for the fun match. I'm doing fun match shit. Iowa, 5 or 6 years ago, had a door stage, and if the door stayed like wide and the RO didn't step all the way forward because it rained like the night before or something. I think that was the year like Stager was there. I think I was in his squad.
Oh, it was a long time ago then.
Yeah, and someone like beat Stager on the stage time wise, and they were like, that seems illogical.
Oh.
And what was happening is because it rained, the RO wasn't going as far forward to
They didn't
get
pick up the last
around
shot.
so the door was preventing the sound from getting to the timer. And again, these are those weird logistical things that you're like, this sounds amazing, and you're like, there's a 4.5 minute setup between shooters, and there's a 50-50 chance
you can
if it's
do
going
fun
to work.
stuff without making it crazy, though. Like,
Right.
it is possible to have fun and do it in a smart way.
I don't disagree with you, but again, there's a time and a place. But Spencer, what is your controversial USPSA opinion? You've only been playing the sport for a year.
You're closer to 2.
Coming on 2. What like you, because you've listened to the show for maybe like, what do you disagree with us on? Like, what do you like? These dumb motherfuckers are talking about this again.
Oh yeah, I love that topic.
I mean, just let me be 3 to 5 beers deep at a match because it's a performance-enhancing drug for me. So
That's not controversial. That one is that is correct.
It's just probably true.
my controversial opinion is give us like 15-second make ready. It's like, fuck your make ready. You have plenty of time to get ready.
Good. Yes, I like it.
Yeah.
Anymore, the longest thing in my make ready is making sure my camera's going.
Yep,
And then sometimes
Yep.
I forget. Like today, my make ready took extra long because I accidentally didn't double click it correctly, and I just turned it on. I didn't actually start the camera, and I knew I fucked it up, so then I had to shut it off and then do the double click again, so it would record a 1-minute video, not a 10-minute video. And then at the same time, I forgot to. I hate shooting with my active electronics on in my ear pro. Like, I don't want to hear everybody talking while I'm shooting. So, and I forgot to shut that off. So then I had to wait for that to shut off. Okay, it's off. Like, that was the longest thing in my make ready.
My make ready is turn my camera on, and I have the giant unicorn GoPro camera that I'm noticed for now, I guess.
Yeah,
But
nobody has GoPros anymore.
I draw my gun, aim at like 2 targets, put a mag in it, rack it, and put it back in. Like, I've drawn my gun 1,000,000 times in dry fire. Drawing it 2 more times before shooting a stage isn't going to make any fucking difference.
Have you ever run into an RO that gets confused?
Yeah, I had one. Dustin got confused like 2 weeks ago because it was an unloaded start. And he's like, make ready. And I just put my hands below my waist. He's like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. What am I going to do? Like, I have to draw the gun and load it. I can't, hammer's got to be down.
You're a pretty good shooter. Aren't you supposed to do a bunch of fucking gymnastics here before you are actually ready to go?
All the time in the hole to visualize your stage.
Yeah.
All the time on deck to visualize your stage. You walk it while they're scoring the targets while you're on deck. Like, what more do you have to do? Just shoot the fucking stage.
I love your controversial opinion. I just don't think it's all that controversial.
Right.
It's not. It's not.
Okay. Let's try this one. So you've transitioned from Tactard, a Lucas Bach and Tactard,
dude,
to
do
a
you have your belt
competition
handy?
Yeah, it's right there.
Grab it. Like, bring it up to the camera so you can see it. He has the least gamer belt of a guy who has made M class. Should be M class.
The first thing is that I probably have like 50 comments on throwing my knife at a target because I have a big ass knife on the very front of my belt. I have a thigh strap, a Ragnarok holster, and then taco shell soft holster, like mag carriers.
That's the
taco
weirdest
holsters.
part to me.
I was actually had a conversation with him about it today.
Big dump pouch.
So,
I've actually considered putting a dump pouch on my gamer belt.
Dump pouch is awesome. Pacer tails, water, it's awesome.
Yes,
I love it.
I'll never
fantastic.
take it off.
One of the guys from my club used to shoot IDPA, and a guy had a knife on him for some reason, and like went blah blah blah, click on like the last target that was contact distance, and he was like, he was going to call a Mike, and the guy just drew his knife and stabbed it. He was like, never mind.
That's the joke I get all the time.
Dude, you should, if you have that ever happen and you're close enough, just, I mean,
just for funsies.
It depends on the match though, because I could see someone being like,
it depends on the RO.
We're gonna
yeah.
10-6 you because you stabbed a target.
You drew a weapon that isn't part of the course of fire. Or
you touched a target before it was scarred, so we're gonna give you procedurals.
So going back to my question, coming from Tactard land, and now you're pretty serious in competition land. Is there do you ever look back at Tactard you and go, oh, I can't believe that I thought that?
Well, not completely, because like I got started off with like Lucas Botkin T-Rex Arms videos, which were still like hit factor scored. That's actually why I was interested, like hit factor scored, practical shooting-esque. So there's like probably a couple things I could think of. I bought an HK USB 40, which was like the biggest waste of money that I just sold it. Like, why did I ever buy this gun in the first place?
Because it was in Call of Duty and it was
ridiculous.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Like stuff like that. And then I bought a Glock, and then I just made Glock my personality. So that's kind of where I'm at now. So I can't shoot another gun because of that.
Speaking of Glock becoming your personality, grab your 24C.
And do you need any 40 ammo?
I do need 40 ammo, so I didn't shoot it today.
Next match we're at together. Oh, hell yeah.
It's a 24C.
Yeah,
that's a pretty rare, a factory 24C, right?
It is a factory Gen 3 24C, and I had it milled to get rid of the rear dovetail and whatnot, and it's already ported, and then I had it Cerakoted too, and it looks
The
bitchin'.
Cerakote job just got done. That is bitchin'.
Yeah.
That is a rare gun.
Yep, and I ruined it, and I'm not upset about it.
No, I wouldn't be either. It's the the Cerakote fits your personality perfectly.
Yeah, I told him I wanted it to look like a cartel gun, and he did a great job. So I shot it at Rushmore, and it was the best time.
I'm glad it's not Rhodesian. Like that's the only thing I care about.
So you shoot this 24C in open
major, yeah.
Yeah. And how does that... I haven't shot 40 a lot in a long time. I shot one match with it last year, but I was shooting attack sport, so it wasn't like a huge deal. And I only had 10 rounds. That kind of sucked. But do you notice a big difference going between that and your 47?
The one big difference, first of all, it feels slow, like chuggy kind of slow a little bit compared to like a 47, which is a very fast dot return that I always shoot. It's not quite, it doesn't feel as quick, but the one big thing is I have to wrap this finger, otherwise I'll just rip the skin off the back of it, of my firing hand. This finger here, for whatever, it just must be the highest point of friction between my two hands. Like, even if I wrap it, I have a bump here still from Rushmore. Like, it lasts that long. Between, like, my lead up of practicing for it and then shooting Rushmore with it.
Yeah. Everything about 40 is just harder on everything.
It is more violent, but I can shoot faster splits with that 40 gun and the trigger in it than my CO gun, which is
really
kind of... Oh, I can shoot 12s with that 24.
No shit?
Oh, yeah, I have it on video.
Because the fastest 40 split I ever shot with my TAC Sport was, like, I think I got 15 was the fastest split I ever had. I've shot a 12 with 9mm in that thing. But,
yeah.
But that's when I'm just at the range, just like trying to, like never in a match. But
well, and to your point about 40, I know of several limited shooters that were having like tendonitis problems from the amount of 40 they were shooting, and they switched to 9mm. Like everything got better after that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Glock has become your personality. When are you going to get out of this phase of rebellion and become an adult and get a Shadow 2?
Well, first of all, I'm a certified Shadow 2 hater. I can't stand that gun. I absolutely hate it.
I will fight you.
I've borrowed 2 different Shadow 2s, and it feels like a grip made in 1975. Go figure. It's so skinny underneath the baby tail.
It is.
It's
so
ridiculous.
thin.
I hate it so much. I can't stand shooting that gun.
The fact that a guy with his hands as big as yours, Jeff, is just like, that is the greatest handgun ever made. Like, no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not. It's just the only gun you've shot a lot.
This one is the greatest. And look at it fit in my.
It looks like a Shield Plus in your hands.
Need to increase my lighting.
Did you guys see the videos of Shaquille O'Neal pig hunting?
Yes.
Recently, and he's holding like a Canik, and it looks like a Glock 43.
Looks like a PPK.
It looks like ridiculously small. He's holding like a rifle 9.
I've not seen that one, but Brian Shaw, the world's strongest man, is going on his tactical, like there's like 2 or 3 strongmen that are doing like tactical shit right now, and I don't know if it's some weird like transition or I don't know what the fuck, because Brian Shaw's lost a lot of weight, but yeah, when I remember shooting a multi-gun match with my Shadow 2. I didn't have, it was before I had any holsters or like retention holsters, and so I was running an appendix because I have an appendix holster for a full-size Shadow 2, and John Anderson from up your way, he looks at it and he goes, "You are the only person that can make carrying a Shadow 2 appendix look normal." And I was like, "Yep." But you can't sit down because that fucking beaver tail stabs you in the fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've carried the 24C for like a week.
How was that?
Well, I did it just because I was new and I just got it. And then I realized, like, what if I used this? It wouldn't look very good that I shot somebody with a 6-inch barrel, like, long slide Glock.
That part doesn't matter.
It just so happened to fit my appendix holster, and I had, like, 40 mags loaded already, and I would just, like, yeah, I'm just taking this out to the town. And, like, as long as you're not sitting with it, I don't notice it, you know?
I'm jealous of skinny dudes like you because you can carry whatever you want, especially tall skinny dudes. Yeah. You can carry whatever the fuck you want, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I carry my Gen 6 17. Like,
yeah, I could carry a 17. I carry my 19 in a 17 holster for the extra length. But
yeah,
giggity.
But like 34, I tried carrying my 34 one time. I didn't like it. It was too long.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I carry my Glock 19 with an X300 on it.
Oh, you're one of those dorks.
Yeah.
Well, I have a good reason though.
Are you in the country?
My brother blew his right hand up and gave me 3 holsters with an X300 for a 19, and he can't shoot pistols right-handed anymore. So
he blew his hand up?
Yeah.
How?
They pretty much sewed his hand back on.
Is it a funny story?
Well, he's in the military, and it was a training accident with like, there's like smoke grenades. You pull the pin on, and smoke starts coming out. You throw them.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's smoke grenades. You pull the pin on them, and they blow up in the air and drop like. They're like an airburst, kind of like they blow up cardboard case, and one of those blew up in his hand, and it just turned his hand into hamburger meat, essentially.
Oh, Jesus.
So, and then luckily, he was in Wyoming. The best hand doctor like on the planet was in Denver, Colorado. So they life-flighted him down to Denver, and then he's like, "Hey, I can't shoot pistols right-handed anymore, so I have like 3 holsters for a Glock 19 with an X300 on. Do you want them?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take them." So I just bought an X300, and I still just use that, so...
Okay.
Interesting reason for it.
Very wild arc back to like why I carried X300,
yeah.
But
yeah, no, that's an interesting one.
Damn. That went to such a dark place I was not expecting. So here's why I carry an X300 on my 19.
Which is funny because he's also missing half of a finger on his left hand too. So that's a different story.
Oh shit. Okay. So the genesis for Spencer coming on the show today is, and Jeff just texted me, yeah, we're getting there, we need to end. Was because of a video you did a few weeks ago that I was planning on playing where you were making fun of flat shooting pistols. So I have a little game we're gonna play. It's not really a game, but it's basically you and I are going to do a impersonation off. We're both going to mimic certain types of shooting characters, and Jeff is going to decide who is better. So basically, I don't have a good name for this, but it's basically a character voice face-off. So, because I thought yours was really funny, and I thought this would be funny, so we're going to do it. All right.
By the way, I didn't share that video. I sent it to the group chat and Aaron posted it.
Yeah.
So
'cause you
Aaron
were
leaked
scared.
it. The group
Fucking
chat
OPSEC,
leaked.
motherfucker.
The group
OPSEC.
chat leaked by Aaron, and I didn't know if you send something in an Instagram group chat, people can just hit send, add to story, and I did not know you could do that. So,
Oh.
yeah.
All right. So here's the first one. An RO who wears suspenders.
Oh,
Met several of these guys.
Okay. Do you want? I'll go first.
you go first.
Okay. Hey, is that holster close enough to your belt? It looks like it's more than an overlay card away. We better take a look at that. Hey, your magnet is on your mag pouch. You can't have a magnet on your mag pouch. What the hell are you doing with a magnet on your mag pouch? That's all I got.
That's fair.
All right. All right, my turn.
Yeah, your turn.
All right. Well, back in my day, we didn't do these run around like a girl classifiers. We did real man stand and shoot classifiers. You shoot 4 steel targets and 1 target. You don't shoot an alpha, you're fucked, man.
That one has to go to Andy because I've met that RO. Like, I've met that guy.
I gotta say, if I was voting, I would have voted for Spencer. That was fucking funny. All right, here's the next one. GM who is not resetting. Your turn to go first.
Oh, my turn to go first?
Yeah.
Like, TGSC.com. Sorry. No, never mind. GM who's not resetting. Oh, that's a tough one.
Did you mean to say TSGC?
Close enough. You guys know
Okay.
what I meant.
The
GM who's not
trash
resetting. I mean, the GM who's not resetting is typically talking to a different guy. He's like, all right, man, like when you entered that first position, you tell your gun wasn't up in that first position. You gotta dude, you gotta dig into that. Like you gotta get in. You get in your gun up the whole time. Like you notice how your eyes weren't small spot on the target, dude. Small spot on the target. All right, there you go. That's it. That's all I got. That was a tougher one for me.
That one is kind of tough. I am gonna use a prop for mine.
Oh.
Hey, what's up? Oh yeah. No, we'll be talking to them next week. Yeah, sure. No, I'm just shooting a match right now. Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. Okay, they're done resetting. Okay, bye.
I would have to go with Spencer on that one because yours is the chick with way more sponsors than anyone else at the match. Not the GM. The GM is doing the autistic shit.
That's true. I went a little off.
A little Cali girl
off
on that
cute,
one.
yeah.
Because you acknowledge that other people were resetting.
Okay,
GMs don't acknowledge that.
Right.
Here's where I went wrong. Okay, I was trying to go for gay, and it came out Valley Girl.
Yes.
I screwed it up. It was, yeah.
You
That's
just need to handle more
what
cock
happened.
and then you'll be there.
What? Say that again.
You just need to handle some more cock and you'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. An RCCW nerd defending a ramjet.
You go first, Andy. I went first.
Oh,
last
that's
time.
right. It's my turn. Okay.
Well, you see, whenever you have a lot of recoil, you need something to help with recoil. And if I have to shoot somebody, like if I get into a gunfight, then every advantage I could possibly have, I want to have. So I'm going to have a ramjet on there so that 9mm climbs 1 millimeter less when I'm trying to shoot to protect my family because I'm a sheepdog.
All right, Spencer.
All right. All right. So, SASS operator on YouTube actually put all the guns in a vice, and the comp gun shot .79 recoil, and the non-comp gun shot .08, or .8. So it's technically better, and like it's all about recoil control, man. So.
Spencer, obviously.
Fucking
Give it to him. I thought mine was pretty good, but damn.
Yours was solid. I've talked to that guy, but I have seen the Spencer one, and I'm like, I'm not talking to that one.
I see comments on Instagram sometimes, and I just send them to Kian, and I'm like, Kian, go after this guy, please. I don't want to talk to him.
Okay, here's the last one. This one was inspired mid-show.
Oh.
Competitive equity whiny fuck. Is it my turn to go first or yours? No, it's your turn to go first.
I think it's mine.
Yeah.
TCSGcoaching.com. No.
Oh, that's what you're getting at. I thought you were saying
competitive
Trash
equity.
Shooters Gun Club.
No, I'm not. That's why you got confused. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Wait, what was it again? What was it again?
Competitive equity whiny fuck.
Okay. Okay. So, first of all, setting the stage, I'm a GM, 5'3", roughly 220 pounds, right? I'm like,
Okay.
Dude, you see that, like, stage 3, they're gonna throw that one out. Like, those targets in that port, too low. Like, you can't even reach over the top of that thing and shoot those targets. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous, dude. This is a travesty of a level 2 sectional match. I can't believe they do something like this. Like, what's next? They're gonna have me carry a Pelican case around and maybe bank shot it to the front of the bay. Like, this is ridiculous, dude.
I don't even know that you realize you just quoted an actual argument from Sherwin Area 3.
I was referencing Cornhusker, where Travis Hall.
Oh, the fucking.
In my heart, Travis Hall won Cornhusker because he threw it from the back and drained it, and then immediately foot faulted after.
Yep. So much success, there was failure.
So that was like the last stage on top on like the rifle bay. We went down to like the big bay 0, and Owen was on it, and Owen heard us cheer for Travis from the very bottom bay. It's like, what was going on up there, guys?
He made the
legend.
basket. All right. So now it's my turn.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't really like targets that are just a whole bunch of them all right together. That's not very good. And then when you've got to walk backwards to try to shoot a target and it's not fair for everybody, that does... I'm just conceding. I was trying to do Steven and I wasn't thinking about what I was going to say. Because Steven is like the most annoying competitive equity whiny fuck there is.
Shout out Steven.
All he wants to do is shoot and set up tuxes, and that's it. Like, we're just going to move around and shoot.
All 13 of them?
Yes. Ports? What's a port? Oh, wait, no. He's okay with ports. Doors. Can't have a shaky bridge.
I love
Shaky
doors.
bridge.
I want a door.
People who whine about shaky bridges are the whiniest of the whiny fucks. Like, it's not that hard. Just don't think about it. It's like a double action trigger. If you think about it, it's an issue. If you quit thinking about it, it goes away.
Double action triggers are an issue. That's just because I don't shoot them. So,
well, yeah, if you never shoot a double action trigger, they're a lot harder to shoot. But anyway, on that note,
God damn it, you fucking bitch.
I just hadn't pushed a button in a while, so I thought I'd play a funny one. Spencer, this is a good time. Thank you for doing it. We'll have you on again for sure. And wow, 100 minutes, Jeff. That's going to be a big-ass video file. I'm glad you reminded me because I was like, oh, damn. Anyway, he's Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson. This is Not Another Shooting Show.